Hi, welcome back. It's Dr. Jennifer Neff, and today I'm going to talk about breakfast. I was talking with my friend Kim, and she was wondering about topics, and she wanted to know, for the sake of her teenage daughter, is breakfast important? So I'm going to talk a little bit about that and what breakfast means to your body. So the reason why it's called breakfast is because you're breaking your fast. So since you've been sleeping for hopefully 8 hours, you haven't been eating for 8 hours and the body needs to break the fast. Now, they used to say, oh, huge breakfast for everybody, and I'm not really sure I totally agree with that, because if you're not out doing physical labor for the daytime, then a huge breakfast is not necessary, but it is important to break your fast. And you can do it a couple of different ways, and then you're going to get a couple of different results from your body. Okay, so your body has the ability to sense what is in the stomach, and it's constantly giving feedback to the brain, and then the brain tells the hormones what to do. And so what I like to recommend to my patients in the office is that when you're going to have breakfast, it doesn't have to be a big breakfast, but hey, let's consider some protein and some fat as opposed to simply a starchy, sugary breakfast, because you're going to go down two different routes. If you start doing your day with a little bit of protein, a little bit of fat, like say a hard-boiled egg, maybe some chicken sausage, maybe leftovers from last night that have meat in them or some protein, then your body sees that as food. Ding, 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 ding. Your body starts processing the food as if it wants to burn the food for fuel. And so you're going to go down a food as fuel track. If your body sees pan dulce or donuts or cereal or starchy, sugary things first thing in the morning, it is only minorly processed as food. Your body actually looks at that and says, wow, because I've broken down all the starch into sugar and there's a whole bunch of sugar anyway, we're having a sugar emergency. And so what the body is going to do when you start your day with starch and sugar is it's going to start its day, number one, with the sugar emergency, which increases your cortisol, which is a stress hormone. And then it puts your body into this mode of, hey, let's get this sugar out of here because it's too much. So then your hormones that deal with sugar are pumped up. Your body says, okay, 2-3 hours later, the sugar is lower and we are out of the sugar emergency. But unfortunately, what sometimes happens is your blood sugar dips too low. So if you'd had the egg for breakfast, 2-3 hours into it, you would not be hangry. But what happens is the hangry happens, and that means cranky because of lack of blood sugar. So what your body is saying is, there was all this sugar, we got rid of it a little too much, and now you need to be eating more sugar in order for us to be feeling normal. So you start your day with sugar and starch, you're going to be in this nasty cycle of high blood sugar, low blood sugar, high blood sugar, low blood sugar, and even if it's still in the normal range, and you're not a diabetic, then that can sometimes be really wacky with your hormones, but what it will also do is set you up to crave sugar and starch for the rest of the day. So my advice as a physician is, if you don't want to put yourself into a crave cycle or an emotional mood hormone cycle through the day, then you start your day with some protein and fat. Simple. See you next time.